Click subscribe to get latest news and don't forget to press the bell icon.
From the moment that Donald Trump was sworn in as the 45th President of the United States, Obama has been obsessed with bringing Trump down, even buying a house 3 miles from the White House to serve as a headquarters for his shadow government. While Obama has been silently operating in the shadows for the most part, after President Trump announced his plan to end Obama's DACA program that protected nearly 1 million of illegals from being deported, Obama is now throwing a massive public tantrum. As Obama's minions now call for blood and war in the streets to fight Trump's deportation of their precious illegals, an unfortunate video of Obama has just surfaced that has every liberal in America in a full panic mode, that's serving as perfect revenge for President Trump. Obama has been maliciously trolling President Trump for months, waiting on the perfect opportunity to reclaim the control and power the office of the presidency afforded him for the past 8 years. After learning that a large chunk of his precious illegals will soon be packing their bags and deported to Mexico, Obama took to social media with a disgusting 2-page anti-Trump tirade on Twitter. Freedom Daily's Amanda Shih spoke of the startling level desperation coming from Obama, as Trump seeks to take a sledgehammer to the final piece of Obama's legacy. Last week, Trump announced his plans to end DACA as another step to resolve illegal immigration in the country, which Obama was a huge proponent of, Amanda Shih reported. Perhaps he didn't take the president all that seriously until today, when Trump put a timeline on the plan. That's when Obama got desperate and decided he's had enough, and showed up as a superhero to illegals to say Trump's not capable of his job, and he's assuming the presidential role. As Obama rallies his base of morons, with top Democrats now literally calling on illegals to start a civil war and violently resist from being deported at all costs, an unfortunate video has just surfaced of Obama over the years, where he proclaimed 22 separate times that he was against executive amnesty, showing the startling hypocrisy of the left, proving that this latest liberal frenzy is only another ridiculous attempt to paint Trump as Mexican-hating bigot. President Trump ran on the promise to put Americans first, unlike his predecessor who constantly put the interests of illegals and criminals before the American people. Putting an end to DACA is a great move for our country, as it not only enforces the law, but prevents illegal immigrants from hurting Americans by taking their jobs and pushing down wages. But it's so much more than that. This unconstitutional program that Obama rammed through while bypassing Congress was extremely dangerous to our country's security. On numerous occasions illegals have been caught raping and murdering Americans, putting a huge hole in the left's narrative that these dream as Trump is deporting our toddlers and infants. Judicial Watch exposed how the Obama administration completely bypassed background checks for DACA recipients, as Obama's priority was never the welfare of the American people, but for his large voter base comprised of illegals. Judicial Watch exposed. President of Judicial Watch, Tom Fitton, said in a statement Tuesday that the Obama administration bypassed security background checks for DACA recipients, which of course puts Americans in danger. Judicial Watch has been battling this issue for years, Fitton began. We exposed, for instance, how President Obama's administration bypassed security background checks in lean and light procedures to grant amnesty to these illegal aliens, contrary to their promises to the American public that there would be thorough vetting, and so as a result we can be sure that there are many people who have this amnesty who don't deserve it, Fitton continued. Barack Obama is coming out swinging at Donald Trump's decision to end his pro-immigration program, DACA, calling it cruel and condemning the White House for doing so, TMZ reported. Obama has had an extremely difficult time relinquishing his power as president, and now this traitor is trying to suddenly take his power back. This idiot proved for 2 terms that he wasn't capable of making good decisions, nor did he have the best interests of the American people in mind. President Trump is merely trying to keep our country safe and enforcing our nation's laws like any good president should do. But with Obama's legacy on the line and millions of Democratic voters set to be deported back to Mexico, you can be sure that this is only the beginning of Obama and his minions' disgusting efforts to keep President Trump from sending these criminals back to their homelands.